Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Dinis Hakim bin Muhammad Nafi, G25A0505 from SDDFSE. So, welcome to my reflection video for Summer 1. Today, I will be deeply analyzing the concept of leadership and management based on our class discussions, exploring their distinct roles and reflecting on my own potential in these capacities. Let's dive into the first question. So, question 1. Define the term leader and manager in my reflection. To set a clear foundation, let's define these two vital roles. So, a leader is an individual who influences, inspires, and guides others toward a shared vision or a common goal. So, leadership is not about a formal title, it is about a relationship building, driving change, and motivating people to achieve more than they thought possible. On the other hand, a manager is an individual responsible for controlling, administering, and coordinating resources, tasks, and processes within an organization to achieve specific objectives. Management relies heavily on structure, efficiency, stability, and execution of established plans. Let's jump to question number 2. Describe the role of a leader in 5 different settings. So, the role of a leader manifests uniquely across different environments. Here is how a leader functions in 5 distinct settings. So, first, the family setting. As a leader acts as a moral compass and visionary. They set the emotional tone, instill core values, and inspire family members to support one another's personal growth. So, second, the corporate or company setting. A leader acts as a strategic visionary. They define the company's long-term direction, inspire innovation, align the organizational culture, and rally employees during market shift. Third, the sport team setting. A leader such as a team captain acts as a motivator and unifier. They boost team morale after a loss, push teammates to maximize their potential, and foster a culture of resilience and unity. Fourth, the non-profit or NGO setting. A leader acts as an advocate and purpose driver. They champion the core mission, inspire volunteers to donate their time without financial incentive, and build deep community relationships. So the last, number 5, the educational or academic setting. A leader, like a student council president or a passionate educator, acts as an empowerment catalyst. They champion students' rights, inspire academic curiosity, and initiate campus-wide improvements. So move on to question number 3. Describe the role of a manager in 5 different settings. Conversely, a manager focuses on structure and execution. Let's look at a manager's role across 5 similar settings. First, the family setting. A manager handles the logistics and budget. They organize daily schedules, allocate financial resources for bills and education, and ensure the household runs smoothly and efficiently. So, number 2, the corporate or company settings. A manager acts as an operational executor. They allocate project budgets, track key performance indicators, assign specific tasks to teammates, and ensure projects are delivered on time. So number 3, the sport team setting. A manager such as the general manager or head coach handling operational manage the logistics. They handle player contracts, arrange travel schedules, maintain the training equipment, and ensure compliance with league rules. So fourth, the non-profit or NGO setting. A manager acts as a resources administrator. They track donor funding, ensure strict compliance with legal regulations, and manage the logistical distribution of aid or charity goods. So the last, number 5, the educational or academic setting. A manager, such as a school principal or registrar, ensure institutional order. They design timetables, manage the school's operating budget, enforce disciplinary policies, and oversees standardized testing logistics. So next is question number 4. Identify the differences between a leader and a manager. While both roles are crucial, their fundamental approaches differ significantly. I have summarized their key differences across 4 core areas. Number 1, vision versus execution. Leader asks why and why. To create a future vision, managers ask how and when to execute that vision efficiently. So number 2, people versus processes. Leaders focus on aligning and motivating people through influence. Managers focus on organizing structures, systems, and processes through formal authority. Number 3, change versus stability. Leaders are agents of change who challenge the status quo to drive innovation. Managers are guardians of stability who minimize risk and maintains the order. So the last is horizon versus bottom line. Leaders keep their eyes on the long-term horizon and future possibilities. Managers keep their eyes on the short-term bottom line and immediate deliverables. So yeah, for question number 5, which current or previous leaders that you admire the most? Please explain your selection. The leader I admire the most is Nelson Mandela. I select him because his leadership perfectly illustrates the power of transformational influence and emotional intelligence. Mandela possesses an unwavering vision of a democratic and free society, free from apartheid. Even during his 27 years of imprisonment, he never abandoned his core values. What makes him truly admirable is that when he achieved power, he chose reconciliation over revenge, uniting a deeply fractured nation. His ability to sacrifice personal comfort for a collective vision is the epitome of a true leadership. Alright, question number 6. Which current or previous managers that I admire the most? So please explain my selection. So the manager I admire the most is Tim Cook, the current CEO of Apple. While Steve Jobs was the iconic visionary leader, Tim Cook is arguably one of the most greatest operational managers in modern history. I admire him because he completely revolutionized Apple's globally supply chain, maximized manufacturing efficiency, and established flawless inventory management system. Under his highly organized management, Apple transformed its operational backend into an unstoppable machine, multiplying the company's market value. And then he approved that masterful execution and process management are just as powerful as creative and genius. Move to question number 7. In my perspective, would I become a good leader if I been choose? Provide explanation and relevant example on how I will perform in duty as a leader. So I believe I will become as a good leader if chosen. So my strength lies in empathy, active listening, and the ability to spot the unique potential in others. So if I'm placed in a leadership duty, I will perform it by focusing heavily on people empowerment rather than micromanagement. For example, if I were chosen to lead a major corporate turnaround project, I would not just assign tasks. Instead, I would hold a vision alignment session to explain why our goal matters. I would actively listen to my teammate anxieties, build their confidence, and empower them to take autonomous risks to achieve our breakthrough goals. So question number 8. In my perspective, will I become a good manager if I been chosen? Provide explanation and relevant example on how I will perform duty as a manager. Yes, I also believe I possess the traits to be a highly competent manager. I am naturally analytical, organized, and I derive deep satisfaction from turning chaotic ideas into highly structured, actionable plans. If chosen for a manager role, I would perform my duty by implementing robust, transparent workflows. For example, if I were appointed as a project manager for a software deployment, I would map out the entire project life cycle using tools like Gantt charts. I would establish clear week deadlines, set transparent budget tracking system, and hold brief daily stand-up meeting to resolve operational bottlenecks immediately, ensuring the project lands exactly on time and within the budget. So for question number 9, based on my argument, will I become a good leader or a better manager? So evaluating my natural tendencies, strengths, and personality traits, I believe that while I can lead effectively, I would ultimately make a better manager. For the last question is number 10. Provide arguments to support your claim or my claim in question 9. So I have 3 primary arguments to support my claim that I'm suited to be a better manager. So first, I thrive in structure over ambiguity. While leader must be comfortable sailing in completely uncharted waters with vague long-term ideas. So I perform at my highest level when I can take a messy, ambiguous vision and dissect it into concrete, systematic, and measurable steps. So second, my cognitive style is detail-oriented and analytical. So true leadership often requires a high-level micro view of the world. However, my mind naturally priorities optimization, resources allocation, and identifying operational risks before they occur. I find immense fulfillment in ensuring day-to-day execution is flawless. So finally, I value steady, predictable progress. As a leader, often have to disrupt environments and create chaotic shifts to force innovation. I prefer building sustainable system where team can work without burnout, focusing on incremental, high quality, and reliable output. Therefore, my skill set aligns perfectly with the core pillars of excellent management. So for the conclusions, that concludes my to conclude my video reflection on leadership and management. This exercise has helped me clearly. So to conclude my reflection on leadership and management videos, so this exercise has helped me clearly identify my operational strength and appreciate how both roles must work hand in hand for any organization to succeed. Thank you for watching.